Hello and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video. Today I'm doing another action figure review. However, today I'm doing it of a Star Wars action figure over the usual Doctor Who action figure. I mentioned that I purchased this action figure. I think it was from Forbidden Planet. I think it was from Forbidden Planet before I went to York Comic Con, and that I picked this action figure up because it was on sale. It was on like sort of clearance for like £5. I mean, it's in scale with the other ones from its range of sorts, i.e. the presumably Star Wars Rebels and or sort of Star Wars toys and or action figures for kids, presumably, because there's also the Star Wars Black series of action figures that are sort of die-cast and a lot more sort of expensive because they're a lot bigger, and as I say, they're die-cast, so they're kind of made out of a metal material, so, you know, they're for collectors, whereas these are presumably a lot more for sort of children and whatnot. But yeah, I picked it up, as I say, mainly because it was on clearance, as well as the fact that I actually like the character that this action figure is based off of, or trying to emulate, who is Kanan Jarrus from Star Wars Rebels. He is the sort of Jedi, well, I quote-unquote Jedi Master, because he's technically not, I don't think, to Ezra Bridger from the Star Wars Rebels TV show, if you are unaware. Accessory-wise, the figure came with just the lightsaber, and, well, I say just the lightsaber because it does clearly come with a gun that's in its holster, but my one seems to, and he seems to have pooped his pants, he seems to have got his pistol stuck in his holster, which is a bit annoying, as well as, like, I've just realised, like, as I just said, there's, like, a weird yellowy stain poop mark on the back of the figure, which is a bit weird. Paint job isn't great, clearly, but I mean, accessory wise, I'd say it's okay, but then, as I say, for my personal action figure that I've picked up, as I say, the gun is stuck to the holster, so really it only comes with the lightsaber, which is decent. You know, it's okay. I mean, it's a decent hilt with some decent detailing and whatnot, not too spectacular or anything. I mean, detail-wise, it does look like Kanan Jarrus, like it's supposed to look like him, and that, like, it looks like who it's supposed to be, which is always good, I guess, a good thing, and that, you know, he's got, like, the sort of armour on one side of his arm, and the ponytail, as well as the, you know, beard or stubble and or goatee even, and that, and yeah, I mean, it looks like who it's supposed to be. Where it really lacks, this figure, is easily the sort of articulation, and that, like, it's just limited, really limited, like leg articulation, hands, and, you know, like the hands don't even do any sort of spinning around or anything, and that, you know, it's very poor. But then the thing is, normally these figures retail for $9.99, which is just bizarre to me. As I say, I didn't pick this up full retail price. I paid a £5 for it, which I think £5 for this figure. Yeah, if you really like the character like I did, or like I do, so then it's worth buying. But otherwise, I think this one would be a miss. And that because, as I say, like, there's just barely any articulation. Even for a figure this size, I expect more articulation and more movement. And considering that, as I just said earlier in the review, you know, presumably the reason why this is a tiny action figure in comparison to the Star Wars Black series is because it's supposed to be more skewed to younger Star Wars fans and or kids, and that that's why it's both smaller in size and or scale, as well as it being cheaper than a 15-20 quid, you know, collector's piece of a figure slash figurine, action figurine type thing. The thing is here, though, like, what I don't get, though, is that it's aimed at kids, and yet it, as I say, has barely any movement, whereas, as I say, like the Star Wars Black series, action figures like the K2SO that I have has a lot more articulation than this, but then that was like, I don't know, like 10, 15 quid, or, well, it was more than $9.99, let's just put it that way. But yeah, I think this figure's okay. I think if you can find him for less than $9.99, then I think, and you're a big fan of Star Wars Rebels and the character of Kanan Jarrus, then yeah, pick this one up, it's a must buy. But if you're only a little bit interested in Star Wars and you're not a massive fan of Star Wars and that, or you know, you're not a massive fan of Star Wars Rebels, but you are into Star Wars, then this one's obviously a miss for you. And that, I'd give this figure about, I don't know, like a 4 out of 10. It's below average. It's really not that great. It gets the job done just about, like, it misses the mark in articulation as well as accessories for me. But as I say, that's mainly due to my one having that issue with the holster and or the gun in the holster more than anything, and that, and as well as the fact that, as I say, it has limited articulation, and the detail's okay, but yeah, overall a 4 out of 10 from me. Thanks for watching, comment, rate and subscribe.